And conversations about money, I think, as a dietitian, certainly in business in general, is a really hard conversation to have. Like, how much am I worth? Like, how much is my time worth? But then for us, it's more about, not so much about the time, but, or, you know, how much is the business worth for us to be there, for us to do things, blah, blah, blah. But then it's also about, we want the work, but we're also not prepared to then
we're not going to lose
paid.
Money.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, well, we want to do it, but we can't lose money because we'll go out of business.
Yeah, and this sort of stuff, like, this is obviously contracting to a different, it's not just one-on-one client base. So when you're talking about your fees and your fee schedule and your worth in that respect, and if you're not a big business, you don't have a lot of outgoings, then maybe it's easier. But even still, like, you're setting the precedent for other dietitians and anybody else. That's obviously what you're worth, and there's been lots of conversations about that. I think, you know, previous to the thread stuff, there was always a lot of conversations around money. And I remember, yeah, I think not Tim Crow, but the other guy, Peter, what's his name?
Collins.
No, he was another kind of really funny guy who always used to present TA conferences anyway, and he...
Glenn Cardwell.
Yeah, him. Yeah, and yeah, he actually jumped on there and say, right, this is how much I charge.
Yeah, it's just like, it shouldn't be less than $300
yeah,
for
and people
a
are
presentation. It's like, why you pay $300? Just because every dietitian undervalues themselves, which undervalues the whole industry, and we all end up broke. Pretty much is the problem with that industry. Yeah, because everyone wants work and they think, oh, I'll just go cheaper. And then when you're starting your own business, you don't have the overheads. Then you go, all right, pay me $40 an hour. It's just like, you would have got paid more as an employee of their organisation. Like, you need to account for your expenses, and you're not when you say, oh, $40 an hour is mint. It's just like, yeah, but you probably need another $20 an hour to cover all the expenses for the year. So it's just like, and then it's even more when it's a company where we have the boss expenses and then we have the rest. So it's just...
And the other thing is around value and worth. So if you say that you're worth this much, then you obviously need to demonstrate that you are worth that much as well, which obviously is quite...
Don't go to $300 an hour to do consulting unless you're ridiculous and you can get through a buttload of work in that time. And I guess that's the difference if someone's a new grad and they're saying, oh, I'm $50 an hour. Just like, yeah, but you see one maybe client an hour, whereas I might be able to see 3 or 4 in an hour. So, but it's hard unless you are advocating for that and you're actually having that communication for them to understand. So that's a skill that I think most dietitians, not many, but most dietitians lack.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
we'll try.
Pretty much, I can guarantee. Yeah, I can pretty much guarantee that I will do exactly what I promised to do. That's why you can charge X amount. That's why he's worth a buttload to obviously have someone come and see him. Time as well. But
and results. It's results at the end of the day.
So with that comes pressure, and if you're not prepared for the pressure, then maybe you need to reduce the prices or learn more, take more time, you know, go and shadow more, etc.
Influencer.
I guess my rant in that respect is that so influencer, when I Googled it and I took a screenshot of it, actually comes up as a social media influencer. And the main goal around an influencer in social media is marketing and money. So when it comes to all those people that are followers of these influencers or the influencers in general, they're there to make coin, make money. Their life revolves around social media and discount codes and coupons and trying products and telling you that it's great. And the one thing that really pissed me off to the next level this morning was when this influencer that we follow, but it's probably important to be part of, so you can get an idea of what people are actually doing, was around trialing a new protein supplement.
Of course.
And that she felt upset with the fact that she had this massive, amount of DMs, like all of these little things, like DMs. DM me if you want to know what it is. About the fact that she said that it was good, it was vegan, and all these other tags we're going to call it, but essentially it had milk in it, apparently, and it had artificial sweeteners in it. but they hadn't changed the branding, the labeling, their website hasn't been fixed up or something like that. And anyway, it was this protein supplement, which I've heard from one of my clients that she was trying. Obviously, she's been given the product, but she said that actually she got the product from a lot of influencers that she follows, you know, so it's good because people use it, because people are paid to use it, right? Which just makes my gears just go nuts. But anyway, and so then she decided that she would write the company an email and say how she felt disappointed and she felt that they were like hiding stuff from her and that. Anyway, and she's decided she's not going to use the product anymore. So yeah, anyway, I guess all of that shit just makes me super furious because I suppose, like I said, Tyson and I could be named as or labelled influencers, essentially, but the issue is that we're not marketing anything, we're not selling a product, we're not giving you a discount code. And in terms of us as dietitians, like this is legit what we have to push up against on a daily basis. And it's just super freaking frustrating. and we could sell shit, we could totally sell shit, but it's completely against our code of ethics and totally, you know, we can't even advertise that our clients are doing well. Like we can't even use that as case studies or anything like that. So, you know, and then if we were, you know, move into a different space, you know, potentially we could, but yeah, just daily, and it just makes me really pissed off, to be honest. So
how long have you been a dietitian?
Anyway,
this happens every freaking day.
Nah, but this
one got you.
This one got me.
This one got you.
This one got me. Because it's all this discount code bullshit.
Yeah.
And even dietitians are doing it too. And I say that, you know, being a dietitian, dietitians are doing it as well too. And in terms of what we've got and what we can do, like obviously we would do the same thing. We could go, oh, you know, check a product. You can guarantee that unless we stick our name at the bottom of it and say use my code, like that is a key one for the marketing on point.
Yeah,
so,
but Peter also doesn't like business, so I understand it from the other angle of, you know, they want to make money. They look good now, they've got to make money what they want, while they can. I'm not an attractive blonde female, so I can't be an influencer. I don't get my ass out near a pool or a beach on a daily and take photos of me in my active wear, but because I don't own any. But yeah, it's just, you know, they need to make money while they can, so I can't hate that. But yes, hating the nutrition aspect and selling out, and I guess you're more pissed off if people believe it than the fact of them actually doing it. It's just like, well, why don't you believe me?
It's the interactions, it's the sell. It's like I take back your comment as in I don't like business. That's bullshit. I wouldn't have my own. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't like it.
The business of influencing.
Yeah, well, no, I don't like that. No, I understand they do need to make money. I guess it's just that protection over something that's really important. Like, who knows those conversations that are going on in the background?
Oh, yeah. It'd be horrible.
Yeah.
It'd be disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know.
And then and the wellness blogger bullshit over top of that as well too. So it's just frustrating. It doesn't mean that just because I haven't seen it for 10 years that it still doesn't bother me. I guess it's changed specifically a lot, and particularly the last 12 months I reckon it's ramped up a lot with Instagram and all those discount codes. Mm-hmm. So
because that's where the money is as a business. If you use influencers, you're going to make money. So it's worth it to them to give them a discount code because they're going to make more money out of it. Mm. It's a good marketing strategy. Everyone tells people to do it. You know, if you own a product, give it to influencers. Mm. That's how High Smile went. Friggin' from nothing to 10 million in like 2 years, and now 60 or 100 or whatever the hell they're doing now. It's just, give away free shit, even pay people, like pay them 10 grand, 50 grand for a post sometimes.
And so like us as sponsored dietitians, like I find that complete ridiculous compared to these people who are sponsoring product. Like, do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we'd get paid $500 if we did versus 10 grand.
Yeah, it's the same as you put sponsorship and shit over that. Like, what about naturopaths and all that bullshit and all PTs who go on and do the same thing? Like, that regulation is just ridiculous. Like, DA needs to up their game. Well, anyway. You know, if there's dietitians in your area or potentially dietitians that you really value or you think obviously could that you could add value to them, definitely send them an email, make a connection. At the end of the day, you haven't lost anything. If not, you may have made a friend and someone you can bounce ideas off.
Yeah, people in the industry are pretty nice in general, so most of them are quite welcoming to that, depending on their time. So yeah, reach out. It's not always going to work out, but most people will get back to you at some point. But yeah, it's about that adding value thing. If you're just asking, it's probably not going to work out as well in terms of building a relationship. You can make a connection, but actually having a relationship is how you will get something out of that connection. And it might not be for 10 years, but I've got other people in the industry that I've met randomly that we now chat semi-regularly, and then that might lead to business opportunities in the future. So especially in private practice, but even outside of that, like, you never know the people that you went to uni with, where they're going to end up. They could end up being a director of, the Mater Hospital, for example, like a big tertiary hospital, and then you can get a job there. Or, you've got connections when they jump to something else, and then...
It's all about who you know, it really is. It doesn't matter how many times.
Yes.
I reckon. And certainly where I come from, in a small town.
But I hate who you know, because I never knew anyone. So I absolutely hate it. I always hate it. I don't know anyone. I don't have any jobs because I never knew anyone. Did everything off. And it sounds like I'm a little snarky teenager, but...
No, not at all.
But I did. I hated that. Missed out on jobs because I didn't know anyone. So yeah, sure, know people. It's definitely going to help. And you'll be in the forefront of people's mind. I know people who have, done work experience with us, and I've talked about it a lot outside of this on LinkedIn and stuff around, if you do work experience with someone, they're going to have you in the forefront of their mind if you do good work. And
who you know is important, yes, but also if you do good work and you get somewhere with that, then obviously it doesn't really matter. You'll get to be known eventually.
What does it take to create a successful Instagram or personal brand?
I think it's about being unique. I often have this discussion with a lot of dietitians, and particularly new grads who are interested in getting on social media. And my first question is why? What do you want to achieve? So I think it's obviously great to put out a message, or if you want to put out your philosophy as well. I mean, I've got an all foods fit, and I'm sort of probably practice more of a non-diet approach. But I think when it comes to building a unique brand, I mean, I think you've got to have a point of difference. I think early on, my point of difference was my aprons. And to be honest, I had no love for aprons before I started Instagram, but it was just a bit of an excuse to say, hey, I'm a little bit quirky, I'm a little bit different. So it certainly evolved from that. But I think find your point of difference, find your voice, and just have fun with it and learn. I think that's the biggest thing. I've been on Instagram now for almost 4 years, and it's been a real learning experience.
Yeah. So are you constantly looking at different tactics and looking at what other people are doing, or reading about changes in there? Because obviously it updates very frequently.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I don't get too bogged down in the detail. I think I just try to put out, I think now I found my happy place, where I still put up photos of me in aprons, but that's more to just get my face out there as well, because my Instagram is me as a brand. So it's not just good enough for me to put out food. I think I need to have that presence as well. But yeah, I think sometimes we can get sucked into, how many followers you get and how many likes you get and comments and the like. But I think it's just about putting out good content and seeing what mostly resonates with your audience. And hopefully, obviously, you still get that growth and that reach. But I try not to get too bogged down in things like algorithms and strategies and certain tactics.
Yeah, and it takes time. It's not like, all right, I'm going to put up 5 photos and now I've got 1,000 followers. It's like...
It would be great if that happened.
Oh, man, it would be great.
Yeah, but I've been toiling pretty hard on the gram for almost 4 years, so closing in on 6,000. But yeah, it's been a bit of a process. But at the end of the day, I think it's all good and well. I mean, having 5,000 or 10,000 or even 100,000 followers, but if your message will resonate with one of those people, or it might hit the target of a media or someone influential. I think there are certain opportunities to be had through Instagram. So irrespective of followers and the like.
If you're bringing value, then
absolutely
valuable. And
yeah,
then that one view can be all you need. If it's the right view, the right viewer. So
definitely, I wholeheartedly agree.
All these people made money online as writers. I was like, what the hell? What do you mean you make money online? I thought I had to work in the hospital. And that was just like a revelation for me. And so that was like towards the end of 2012. And then we lost the funding and my job wasn't gonna be the same. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give this writing thing a go and quit my job. I don't recommend people do it like that. I think the sensible way is like do a side hustle thing after work, make sure it's a viable option where you can actually make some money, and then you might consider going all in. And I was kind of just young and reckless, and I was like, I'm just going for this. Started writing like for Men's Health.
Yeah.
And that's where I started learning about marketing stuff, because I had to get myself out there as a writer, and I was told to niche down, like instead of being a writer for anything or being a writer even for health, it's too broad. But if you are a nutrition writer, then all of a sudden it gives me an advantage over other writers who might have more experience but are not specifically nutrition writers. So I was like, I'm a nutrition writer, I'm a dietitian, like all I write about is nutrition, nothing else. And that gives you a high perceived expertise, I guess, in that area. And that's how now I've ended up, now I'm an online dietitian.
Yeah.
5 years later, 6 years later.
Because I think the first I ever heard of you was through that Diet vs. Disease website. I remember early on, and that's when is that when you started doing the video-based stuff versus the writing stuff, or?
Yeah, so I started the website in 2015. After I'd done a lot of writing, and I learned a lot about SEO, search engine optimization, and how to rank in Google, basically. So how people can find my website and my articles. Yep. And then for some reason in that year as well, I started a YouTube channel, I think just to try to be everywhere and have different formats, because some people use YouTube as a search engine. I don't know why, but they do. It depends. If it's like a how-to, I get it. Yeah. Like I might search how to do snowboard tricks or whatever. That's really good on YouTube, obviously.
Yeah.
But some people are searching health things on, how to do the low FODMAP diet. So I started making videos, and I use this webcam that I'm using right now, and my audio was awful. You can still see all my, like I never watch an old video myself because it's absolutely painful.
I don't even watch mine.
They're awful. No one should watch them. They're awful.
A week ago, I'm just like, no.
No, and it's the same for me. So I started recording these videos. They're awful. It sounds terrible. I'm like standing in front of the laptop. It's like, the background, but they did quite well because no one else was making videos until, I mean, they were making videos, but not addressing specific questions like I was. And then I was writing for a site called Authority Nutrition at the time, which became the biggest nutrition website in the world. They got acquired by Healthline last year, which is the fastest growing health website in the world. They got heaps of venture capitalist funding, blah, blah, blah. But in 2015, I was making these awful videos, but I was still writing for Authority Nutrition. And then the guy who owns it, Chris, at the time was like, he's like, I like your videos. I was like, really? Maybe it's awful. He was like, yeah, they're good. Can you make them for us? Yeah. Like similar things. I was like, sure. And then so we came up with an agreement, but I got paid to make these videos. Well, I made the videos, but I got paid to list their website.
Yeah.
So kind of like a branding collaboration. Like they didn't have anything to do with the content really. Yeah. And then, fast forward, I'm still making videos for Healthline. Now, mind you, if you've seen the videos, they're kind of a bit shitty. Oh, can I
You can swear as
But
much as you
anyway,
want.
they're kind of okay. I'm just going to get let loose.
Yeah.
They're like a bit.
Yeah.
They're pretty shit for social media like Instagram and stuff, but we make them for YouTube, which is a different kind of view. There's someone searching for something really specific, so we're going to give them like a detailed answer on how to safely get vitamin D. Now, that's just not going to go viral on Instagram.
No.
So there is a difference there that I'm learning. I've learned about, and I would like to do better videos for social, but all my video energy gets sucked out by making these YouTube ones, and I am considering cutting back on those and actually trying to make some more entertaining, still educational, but more. They need to be entertaining if you want to do well on social, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And you obviously, since you're online, you can practice from anywhere. Do you ever see clients? Have you ever seen clients outside of since you left that private practice?
Mm-mm.
No, it's mostly
No.
using all your knowledge to educate on a grander scale.
Yes, exactly. So I was doing one-on-one like Skype like this
Yeah.
for a while, for 2 years. This is when I was still finding my feet, like 2013, 2014. I was doing the writing. I was just, I was like doing all sorts of things to see how I could make some money and how I could be still location independent.
Yeah.
And then now I have a website which makes money largely through advertising. So like a publisher, so like a newspaper website, you just sell the ad space.
Yeah.
If you went to Dietitian Life website and then you've got, the pixel and you get cookied and then their ad follows you around the internet.
Yeah.
We do that. But I have online programs now. I have started doing things like that. And the point being that, instead of seeing one person one-on-one and trading my time for money, I can now talk to 1,000 people, and I don't necessarily have to trade my time for money because it might be pre-recorded.
Yep.
And then because of that, I can see 1,000 people. I can charge them, a fraction of the cost it would be to actually see me one-on-one. So everyone wins.